Alright, anyways, I was on my way to work and I got to thinking about not wearing a helmet. That's not what this video is about. It's not all the gear all the time video. I'm not talking about that crap. I know how people get heated about it. I got to thinking about it on the way in. How you ride with given helmets on if you wear one. If you don't, then you basically wear sunglasses, usually, or glasses when you're riding. But there's so many different kind of helmets, and I've been through the different stages myself. I've years back when I first started riding, I had a 3/4 helmet and I had a shield that was one of those button-on ones. Sorry, one of those button-on shields that didn't really go up and down. So you either took it off or wore it, didn't wear it, whatever. But it was, what I'm thinking about is the air you get when you ride. For instance, right now I had the windshield up a little bit for better audio, and therefore it's a little bit warmer. It's a decently warm day here on the 19th of July. Not too hot, not too cold, but I usually ride with my shield open. I'm a shield open type of guy. I wear a modular helmet. Most of the time the shield is in the full up position. If it's during the day, the sun visor's down, and I now wear my eyeglasses behind that. Some people wear no helmet, so as mentioned, you wear sunglasses or other glasses, and you have lots of airflow because you're not wearing a helmet, although you do have the sun beating down on your head. Do-rag or no do-rag. I've been through the half helmet stage as well. I've also been the guy with no helmet for quite a few years, so I've done that. And I understand the draw to it and why people like not to wear a helmet. It's very freeing not having a helmet on. Very, yeah, it's just very freeing not having a helmet on when you ride. All the air just hitting you, it just feels amazing. However, if you hit the ground, you're not going to feel so amazing. Half helmets are decent. There's different versions. There's the novelty helmet that we've all, or most of us, know about. There's the world's smallest DOT helmet, which many brands claim to have. I know I sought those out many times when I was in my earlier years of riding, back in the, well, it had to be the early 2009 to 2013 era, somewhere around there, 2012. You're always searching for the smallest DOT helmet, the smallest footprint, so you don't look like a mushroom or another phallus item that I won't mention here because it's a family channel. Well, kinda. And then you have the basic DOT half helmet. Still quite a bit of airflow. Can get quite warm because the venting system is not normally it's not usually very good. It's usually like two little holes or two little things you can slide. You don't get a whole lot of airflow through the helmet on your head. And then it comes from different stages of pricing of helmets too. I know when you get into the modular and full face arena, then you start looking at venting, plushness of interior, and other items that you might be wanting on your list of a comfortable helmet. For instance, this Shoei has a drop-down sun visor in it, has a decent interior for a helmet. It's got pretty good airflow, although once you get the airflow going, you tend not to feel it as much. Wearing a do-rag or any kind of item on your head will cut down that airflow, but it will keep the sweat out of your helmet. I find keeping shorter hair during the summers helped me quite a bit. But the airflow for this helmet's very good. Right now it's closed. I can tell that it's closed, because you can actually feel the wind on your hair in this helmet on your head when you're riding down the road. The Arai full face, that had quite good airflow. Not to be better or worse than this one, but that one gave me headaches, but that's not the cause of the helmet. But I guess my question really is, depending on what kind of helmet you ride with, or no helmet, how do you deal with heat and airflow while riding? Are you a visor open always kind of person if you can? Are you a visor close always person? You just use the vents and deal with the heat? I have trouble doing that. I can do it, but I prefer to have the visor even cracked, maybe a ½ inch to an inch. Gives me a little bit more airflow through the helmet. And I think this really becomes more of a problem once you put anything on your head that restricts airflow. This helmet, even though it has great air vents, restricts the airflow of what it would be like if I was riding without the helmet, right? And every helmet has that issue. The nice thing about half helmets or novelty helmets or any of those type of helmets that are a half Weiss helmet or 3/4, you get a little more wind on your face. You don't have to worry about being enclosed so much. They're not as safe, depending on who you ask. Past history shows that they're not as safe. Then I get in an argument with that. I'm guessing the time you smack your head off the pavement at any kind of speed, it's probably going to pop like a watermelon when you drop it on the floor. But me, I like having the visor open. I like having the release of heat from the helmet and the airflow through the helmet. I've heard that they say too much air coming in will actually dehydrate you more, that you're better off being enclosed. It's kind of like wearing a shirt in the desert as opposed to not wearing a shirt in the desert. You're better off with the shirt because it captures the sweat and gives you a cooling property. And that may be true, but for some reason I just like the air on my face. I miss all the different riding styles I've had. I think I like the exact full face helmet the least. I mean, like full face, one that no modular, no nothing. I prefer the modular helmet for airflow and different reasons because I can open it at stoplights. However, I know I'm dealing with the point that, it might not be as safe in a wreck. But tomato, whatever you want to say, you kind of accept the risks as you ride, and you take those risks that you're willing to risk and do so. But yeah, airflow for me is very important. I like to remain somewhat cool. I don't want to be stifling hot in my helmet all the time. I don't want to feel like I'm trapped in the helmet, that I'm overheating in the helmet. When it rains out, yeah, generally I'll have the helmet closed up pretty tight. Sometimes I'll crack it a little bit, especially depending if you have the choice of a pin lock system inside the helmet where you can keep the fog down. You can keep it closed, but if you got a no pin lock, chances are you're going to have fogging take place in your helmet. It's kind of a weird video. It started out, I had a good plan in mind when I had it started out. Of course, I wasn't planning on some person trying to kill me on the way to work. So it kind of changed the focus of the dynamic of the vlog, I guess you should say. Or could say. Or I will say. Something will say it. I don't know. But anyways, there's all that stuff to think about. Do you ride with a helmet, no helmet, half helmet? Why do you choose your helmet you ride with? Was it off of price, comfort? Was it because it ticked a few boxes, certain things it offered, didn't offer? I know some people are, $100 runner for a helmet no matter what. They don't see the point in buying an expensive helmet. I see that reasoning for what it is, I guess. I think the more you spend on it, to a certain extent, I mean, at some point you're just paying for names or whatever, but you're paying for higher quality materials at certain points, so it is what it is. But I am almost to Chelsea, so I don't know, something to think about. And watch out for those people coming towards you trying to pass somebody and kill you. Make for an interesting day. Alright, Moose, I'm out.